Imagine surviving one of the most violent tornadoes on Earth. The walls around you are gone. The roar has finally stopped. And somehow you're still alive. Then you take one breath, your throat burns, you can't stop coughing. Every inhale feels heavier than the last. Hours later, you're lying in a hospital bed. Not because the tornado threw you into the air, but because what you breathed inside the storm is now damaging your lungs. It sounds impossible. But after some of America's deadliest tornadoes, doctors treated survivors suffering from severe respiratory injuries caused by the massive clouds of dust and debris. Today, we're uncovering one of the most terrifying and least understood dangers hidden inside a tornado. The invisible killer. When people think of tornadoes, they picture flying cars, collapsed homes, and roofs ripped into the sky. But inside a violent EF4 or EF5 tornado, the air itself changes. Homes explode into splinters. Concrete turns into fine dust. Glass shatters into tiny fragments. Fiberglass insulation fills the air. Soil, wood, metal, and debris spin together at incredible speeds. Within seconds, the tornado becomes a giant cloud of airborne particles. You don't just see it, you breathe it. What happens inside your body? The first breath irritates your throat. The second triggers violent coughing. Then the smallest particles travel deep into your lungs. They reach the tiny air sacs responsible for delivering oxygen to your blood. Instead of clean air, your lungs begin filling with dust, insulation fibers, and microscopic debris. Breathing becomes painful. Your chest tightens. Your body struggles to get enough oxygen. In severe cases, these injuries can require emergency medical treatment and oxygen support. Real survivors after devastating tornadoes, such as the 2011 Joplin tornado, emergency physicians treated survivors whose airways were clogged with dust and debris. Many had escaped collapsing buildings alive. But they arrived at hospitals struggling to breathe after inhaling the debris-filled air. For some, the tornado lasted only minutes. The damage inside their lungs lasted far longer. Tornadoes don't only destroy buildings. Sometimes, they leave invisible injuries inside the people who survive them. That's why taking shelter before the storm arrives is so important. Because during the strongest tornadoes, even the air around you can become dangerous. And sometimes, the most terrifying part of a tornado is the part you can never see.